Hi everybody, welcome to day 10 of our 15-day scrapbooking vlog challenge. I'm a little bit behind with my videos in the sense that instead of posting them in the morning, I've been posting them in the evenings. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to catch up, so that's the other way around because the holiday, the Independence Day, 4th of July holiday kind of threw me off a little bit. But today I'm excited because I get to share with you recreating a background. So yesterday Amanda shared this amazing background that she recreated. She wanted to copy a scrapbook paper that she was like obsessed with, and it turned out so cool. And there's this paper like product that I kind of have been eyeing and thinking that I wanted to try and recreate myself. That's a background paper, and so I thought I would take you along with me and try it out today myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around and we'll get started. Okay, so there's the boom for my camera, and I'm going to go ahead and grab supplies for my project for today. I think I want to grab some watercolor paper, and I have the it's the Canson watercolor, and it looks like it's 11 by 15. So I'm going to go ahead and set that down. And then I also wanted to try just some white cardstock. This is Great White. This is from Joann's. And that's just plain white cardstock. And then, let's see, I'm going to go in my cupboard here and grab, I'm going to grab some watercolor, and let's see, some brushes. These are the bamboo brushes. And then I also think I want to grab some gelatos. I'm not sure exactly which ones I want to use. And then I'll grab this regular watercolor one just in case. And then since I am using some watercolor, I need to grab my my little teacup that I use for my water for doing the watercolor. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna move that over to my desk, but before I do that, I'm gonna grab out of this what it is that I have been kind of eyeing that I think I want to try and recreate. And it's a bunch of the papers, let me see, in this Heidi Swapp paper pad. And then, let's see, oh, and then there's also an example of it in this ephemera pack as well. So I'll show you guys this stuff in a little bit more detail when I put the camera up in my overhead tripod, and we'll go ahead and get started being crafty. Okay, so first of all, these are the Peerless watercolors. So just to clarify, these are my watercolors of choice, but I'd also grabbed these ones just in case, because you never know what you want to use. And then, let's see, there's my bamboo brushes. I have the two different sizes because there's two different things that I kind of want to try, and so one I need the bigger and one I need the smaller for. So I'll go ahead and take the little tops off of those. And then there's my gouache paints. And I'm not sure if I'm going to prefer this or the watercolor, so that's why I grabbed both. And then as far as the product that I actually wanted to try and recreate, here's a little bit of a better look at this. So what it is it's the Heidi Swapp monthly planner paper, and I'm not sure what this actual line is called. Like, I know that she had a couple different ones, but this is the one that's like more of the pastels. And you can see here that there's like some really great splatter, there's some plus signs, there's some really great like watercolor looking lines, which I think they're all beautiful. What I really wanted to try and recreate are these really great circles. So I went to the zoo with my family on Monday, and I didn't get a picture of it, but we saw the jaguar. And so to kind of add in journaling about the jaguar, I thought it would be perfect to recreate like this circle, these circles that are kind of watercolor looking on background paper, and I thought that would be really cute on like my spread for that day. However, the thicker brush, this one here, I thought would be good for doing like these strokes, because I think I want to try and do a couple with the lines as well. And then I also kind of had an idea that I might want to try and do the plus signs, and maybe if I have time, try and just do like some trees, which will make more sense when I actually do it. But that's the paper, and then this cute little embellishment pack that matches. It's foil pocket cards, and this one also, this is where I originally got it from, because I got this before I got the paper. And see, it's the same thing where it's like this really cute kind of imperfect watercolor circles, and then of course it has this beautiful silver foil. And so that gave me the idea that, you know what, I just absolutely love that style, love that background, and it seems like it would be somewhat simple to recreate. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So I'm going to grab, let's see, a couple sheets of cardstock just to get started, and then the watercolor paper is just a little bit off-white, which always kind of bothers me because I wish it was like white, but I'm gonna grab like maybe I'm gonna grab like maybe 3 sheets of this. So, okay, so I have my paper, and let's get started. Okay, so my Peerless watercolors, I couldn't find the black, so either I mislaid it or this pack doesn't come with it. So I'm gonna set those aside and use the black in this, because I want to try and do the black circles first for the jaguar spots. So let's see, and I think I want to do it lengthwise, because this is going to go probably in a Project Life spread that I think I am going to put together tomorrow with all our zoo pictures. So for the circles, I want to try and use this small one here. And I'm just going to wet the brush first. And I grabbed a couple paper towels just in case, because honestly I haven't really used mixed media in a while. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my black watercolor, and I just want to try and make like imperfect circles that would kind of remind me of the jaguar circles, the jaguar spots. So while I do this, guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the video, since it's just a bunch of the same thing, and I will see you when I have more done. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I didn't go all the way to the edge of the paper, just because I know that my my spread that I'm planning on using it with is 6 by 12, and I believe I said that the paper was 11 by 14, or so I know I don't need it to go all the way to the edge. But I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and then when it dries, I'll zoom in and show you guys what the finished product looks like. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I figured we could go ahead and try maybe a couple of the lined pieces. So there's that. Let's see, a couple of, like, maybe something like that. So I'm gonna put this watercolor away, and I think I want to use my Peerless watercolors for that. Okay, so for the Peerless watercolors, so the colors on this side and then the actual pigment is on the other side. I think I want to try and use like a blue, because there were these really beautiful blue hydrangeas at the zoo. I mean, they were just gorgeous. And they might be kind of like that Alice blue, or the butterfly wing blue, I'm not sure exactly, or the coral blue. So I'm gonna test those three out, I think, and see which I like the best. So I'm gonna take my big brush here, and I don't know if I'm going to prefer the big one or the small one for this. I just assumed I would prefer the big one, but we will see. Okay, and then I want to make sure my hands are dry. I'm going to turn this over and grab a little bit of the pigment. And that blue's close. It's not exactly what I was thinking. So I'm going to try the other ones. That is not, that's further away from what I was thinking. So the blue, if I remember correctly, the blue from the hydrangeas was a little more purple than it was like turquoise. So I'll set that one aside. And then I'll try this one last. Okay. Honestly, I think it might be closer to this one here, and I really like that color. So I think I'm going to try, I wonder how it would look with a little bit of this kind of mixed in. pretty close, but it's definitely more the other blue. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go down and do some big stripes with this first, just really lightly. And of course I am getting stuff everywhere. Oops. And once I have these down, I think I'm going to go over it with the other one. Because I think that might be the exact color I need. It's almost like a periwinkle, but somehow it's like a little more blue. I don't know how to describe it. When I show you guys the photos tomorrow, at least I'm hoping that's what I'm going to be sharing for tomorrow, you'll see the picture of the flowers and it'll make sense. I probably should have the picture with me in order to do this, but I'm not that organized. So, okay. So there's those. And then you guys, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the polka dots and just fast forward this part so you don't have to just watch me paint stripes to silence. So I will see you in a little bit when I'm done. We'll chat again. Okay, so whether this is the exact shade I need or not, I apparently at this point don't care because this is seriously like the prettiest shade of blue. It's that beautiful cerulean blue color that Wilna Furstenberg talked about loving, I don't know, maybe a month or a couple months ago. And I totally agree with her. Like, I really wish that this color was back in scrapbooking. I mean, I know the turquoise is beautiful, but you have to admit, like, this blue is just totally stunning. Like, I am obsessed with it. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and there's one other one that I think I want to try, and I think I want to try doing some little trees with green since we were at the zoo, because I think I might use something like that. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside since they're a little wet. Oops. Because I want them to dry all the way. And then, oops, I keep knocking those off. And then I made a little bit of a mess here on my desk, so I'm gonna take a paper towel and wipe it really quick. Okay. Last one. And apparently I'm just using the watercolor paper and I'm not using the white cardstock, which is fine. The only reason I grabbed the white cardstock is because it's truly white, whereas the watercolor paper is off-white. But I'm happy with what I have so far, so I think I am okay with this. So let's see what greens we have here. We have grass green, viridian green, olive green, and then, oh, I think the darker greens are these dark ones. Yeah, hunter green, and I think there's, okay, and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing and kind of test out each one to see which green I like the best. And it doesn't really matter because the green in my pictures there's like pretty much every shade of green in there. So I really don't think it matters that much, but we'll just see if I prefer one over the other. So for this, I want it to be a little bit more of a fine tip. So that I can be a little more precise with my little trees. Not that I'm going to be able to be super precise anyways because my hands shake so much, but okay, and then there's this one. And then this one. Okay, so apparently my trees totally suck, but you can kind of see the different colors there. And I think I want to go with either the grass green or the olive green. And I'll go with the olive green because it's a little bit darker, I think. I think it'll show up a little bit better. Okay, so this is the tricky part. I'm going to zoom in and try and paint some of these little trees. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there because apparently I really suck at trying to draw trees. Like, seriously, what is that? I don't know. But I knew I wasn't going to be much of a painter because my hands shake so bad, but I figured I'd give it a try anyways. So, yeah, that's what we have. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the other ones and show you what they look like dry, because it's really warm again today, and so I bet they're dry already. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those. And before I do that, look at how great this looks. Some of these, that's what I love about the Peerless, just leave that really great watercolor kind of outline to your images. I think that's so pretty. Okay. So here's from further away, and then I'll zoom in. And these turned out so cool. Just little imperfect black circles. And here's the blue. And again, you can see that really great kind of watercolor line that the Peerless watercolors leave. They're so cool. And then I'll zoom in. That turned out so pretty. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use these, but I am excited to use them for documenting my zoo trip, and I think it's going to be really fun. So I'll see you tomorrow for my next challenge, and thanks so much for watching, you guys. Bye! Okay, you guys, thanks so much for watching my video for today. I hope that you enjoyed my backgrounds that I attempted to recreate, and I hope that it gave you a little bit of motivation or inspiration to get out your paints and try something a little fun and a little more, I'd say a little more summery. Don't forget to stop by Amanda's channel to see her video for today. Today she's sharing her cameras and where she stores them. So she shares like what camera she uses to shoot her videos, and she talks about the one that she likes to shoot her photos with. So it's really cool. Also, if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next challenge. Have a wonderful day. Bye!